Good morning, girls. Okay, I am getting ready for one of my best friend's baby showers, and it's one of those occasions where I'm gonna do a little bit of makeup. I've been learning as much as possible, taking it slow. I don't wear makeup really ever, and so I'm gonna do my best today. I've tried to learn so much. Honestly, I also was thinking about it. I learned a lot from my makeup stylist for my wedding, Asia Nicole. She's incredible. So between her and Tony Bravo, I think I've been to school somewhat, but just wanted to show you girls my little makeup routine. Really simple, really quick, for the girls that maybe don't always know what they're doing. Okay, so I forgot to film putting my primer on, but this is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation, and it's in shade 17. Obviously, it needs some more of her. A big part of the reason, which I've said this before in some of my videos, but that it took me so long to like learn how to do my makeup and wear makeup in general and just be confident in it, was because I could not find my shade for a long time growing up in different makeup brands. And I think brands have been a lot better at expanding makeup shades for darker skinned people. But there's also a lot of brands now that are founded by Black women, which I think is amazing. Some that I just wish I would have known about sooner so that I could have supported. But like I said, I don't wear makeup a whole lot, so I don't have to buy it a lot, but I'd really love to support brands that like support Black women and different types of skin tones. But yeah, I just was a little bit insecure, I think, growing up, not being able to find my tone in makeup and not really being able to borrow anybody's, not even my mom's, because her tone is lighter than mine. And so as I've gotten older, I've gotten much more secure. And I think honestly, the first time that I started feeling like, okay, I can find my shade in makeup was when I was traveling, and I was really nervous because I ran out of my foundation and I was like, there's no way they're gonna have it here. And Fenty had just come out, and I actually found a Fenty foundation that matched my skin tone. It was like the first time I was like, wait, like maybe I also just haven't been looking, because I was so sure that brands wouldn't carry my color. So, okay, I love Rare Beauty too. This is the 450 in concealer. I love it. I got this, I started wearing Rare Beauty when I was in New York one time visiting one of my best friends, and we went to a Sephora, and I was feeling really like down about my makeup. Like at this point, I just was kind of feeling like anytime I wore makeup, I felt like I looked just like one shade. And that would kind of stress me out, because I'd be like, what's the point if it's like taking away from my color and the depths of my skin? And so I had this amazing, his name was Angel, and he worked at the Sephora, one of the many Sephoras in New York. And I'll never forget him, because he just really took his time with me. I told him kind of how I felt with makeup, and he was like, yeah, you're never gonna feel like that again. Like, we're gonna find, because he loved makeup, and he was like, you should too. And it's such a fun way to express yourself and to take care of yourself, and to like highlight the best features of your face. And so he helped me find this concealer that really like helps me so much. I feel like brings out a lot of color and is very lightweight. I love Rare Beauty products, and he introduced me to them. So Angel, if you are out there, I love you, and you have no idea how much confidence you've spoken to me that day. Okay, liquid blush. I've always been way too scared to use it, but Angel also showed this to me. This one is called Grateful, which we are, of course. It is really bright. I remember the first time I put it on, I was like, what in the world are we doing? But it blends in so well with my skin. I think once again, just having a darker skin tone, it's easy for blushes to look, either you can't see them at all, or it can look a little clowny. And so I just really love this Rare Beauty one. I really want to try Tony Bravo's new blush that she came out with. So next time I'm doing some makeup shopping at Sephora, I will be sure to try hers as well. It looks so beautiful. And I'd love to get back into powder blushes. I love the liquid blush. It's just, it feels a little like what's happening to my forehead right now. Wait, y'all, let's pray about that. It just feels a little bit risky sometimes. But I also think the one thing, I love this blush, but the one thing is once I'm done with my makeup, I don't really know how to like touch up my blush again, because I've already put my powder on. So if anybody has any advice for that, or maybe I just need to get that powder blush I was talking about, maybe that would solve my problem. But I love this one so much. Okay, next, I love this translucent powder from Revlon. I get this from probably CVS, if I'm remembering correctly. I learned about setting powder, I wanna say from my friend Maddie, my bestie in New York, And my issue was, and I told her this because she kind of taught me a lot about makeup too, was just that I felt like my makeup was always like sliding off of my face, and I would feel like so cute, so amazing before I'd leave. And I used to live in DC, so like I walked everywhere and it was so freaking hot over the summer. And I would get somewhere and my makeup would just be like literally off of my face. And I was like, what am I supposed to do? And she was like, well, are you using primer? Are you using setting powder? Are you using setting spray? And I was like, what are any of those? So this one I really love. I still am always trying to figure out, I feel like when I watch creators use it or artists use this online, they like let a good bit of it set for a bit before they really rub the rest of it in. So I'm gonna try that today. Just y'all don't let me forget to take it off. Okay, while I'm letting that sit, this is the foundation powder that I use. It is the NC60 by MAC. So MAC has always had my skin tone in powder. I've been using this powder, this exact color, probably since I was like 16 or 17. I used to literally just use this, which is so funny. But they changed the formula for it recently. And so it's a little bit, I don't know, less powder feeling, more like compact maybe is the word. I don't know why. I think they had to change the formula because I don't know if the other one was great, but it worked for me. But I really like this new one as well. I don't know all the politiques behind it, so I'm not even gonna try to guess, but they have always been really good about having a wide range of colors, at least in the powder. I remember having some issues trying to find like a liquid foundation, and like I don't think I found a really great one until I found Fenty, and then brands were just like really kind of like popping off with more colors. But like I said, I still usually am wearing the darkest. It's just kind of all about the like tone of what it is, because it might be the darkest color that a makeup brand has, but if it's got more of like a woody tone or something like that, it doesn't look good on my face. So I always have to find something that has more of like a reddish, like orange base. One time a makeup artist told me, I thought this was so sweet, that like kind of thinking of my skin tone as like a dark beautiful red clay, and making those colors highlight. So that's kind of helped me figure out like what direction I'm trying to head in when I'm doing my makeup. And then I love Bronze Goddess by Estee Lauder. Highlight I started wearing when I was in college, and when I didn't know how to wear it, I used to literally just have like a chunk of sparkles on either side of my face because I just thought it was so fun. So I learned that less is more with highlight, but it really brings out my cheeks, which is nice. I've always had kind of like a round face, so anything to kind of like bring some definition to the cheeks is great. And I really like the way it looks in photos. I just have to literally like close it and set it down because it feels like I've never got enough on. And girl, sometimes someone needs to tell you to quit putting on so much highlight. But anyways, so I love doing this as the powder. And I feel like if I had a powder blush, this is maybe where it would come in. But you guys let me know. If anybody knows how to use that, let me know.